to Thursday's aftermarket sit rep here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, call sign Whiz. Actually wanted to wait for kind of this crazy day to get over with to actually debrief it. We talked about volatility, folks. I've been beating the volatility dead horse, and that horse got up and galloped today. Look at the VIX, guys, halfway through the day. This mid-afternoon tech sell-off, which we predicted. I told you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in our live trade briefs, I said the tech earnings will be a sell on the news event, and I was right. And I said we're probably going to see a spike in volatility, and look at this. The VIX from... Remember, first time in like VIX history, we got below a 9. We saw an 8 something print yesterday, and we got as high as 1150 on VIX. And I saw a lot of our members with some of those VXX bullish double verticals really with smiles on their faces. Before we dig deep into this, guys, I do want to remind you, however, for all my members or even non-members, if you're just coming from the planet Mars and you found out about our daily sit rep or Top Gun Options, join us November 3rd and 4th in Lake Tahoe. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/Tahoe and you can grab your slot here. It's going to be a great 2 days. Remember, I only have 7 tickets for the VIP dinner Friday night and 7 for the dinner Saturday night, and I think we've gotten 4 total. I forget what the split is between the two, but once these are taken down, we'll X out the when these are gone. So guys, remember, talk to your significant other, bring your significant other, but get out to Tahoe because we had a blast in Miami. All right. Let's start strategically here, folks. I know I jumped on the VIX, but that was the alligator closest to the boat. But here's a good thing that didn't happen. Another reason I waited to shoot this until after market close was we didn't get a bottle rocket today, guys. The anniversary of the armistice, the signing of the ceasefire. So technically, we're still at war with North Korea, right? We all know there's a DMZ, and we have soldiers facing off, fully armed, staring at each other. He didn't launch anything today. Don't know what to make of that, to be honest with you. Either he blinked, and China is, I've covered this all week, folks. They are really, China doesn't bluff. They do. So China started putting a ton of troops on this 880-mile border, UAVs, civil defense forces. They are mobilizing for something really bad to happen. So they're not doing this just to bluff cream of some young guy into changing his behavior. They're doing it because they think Trump's going to act. So I have some buddies up north inside a big 5-sided building. So hopefully I'll get some intel here to see what's going on. But this was interesting to not get a bottle rocket launch. I mean, it was a news-driven day anyway, but it was pretty interesting. Again, the tech sell-off, guys, I told you it would be like financial earnings. There'd be a beat, and then what have you done for me lately? We talked about Facebook yesterday with this just rip-your-face-off rally, and there was no, I mean, Facebook did great. Still a lot of properties they can monetize here, but look at the run that we've had in earnings here, man. I mean, holy shnikes. This was a tear. This was a rip-your-face-off rally, and our accelerated retirement portfolio, I think my 3 Facebook positions before E-Trade did the honor of closing that account and shifting it to this shit sandwich. I digress. Up about 75 grand in those 3 positions. Obviously took it on the chin today, but we predicted that. We talked about an AR yesterday, maybe getting out of half those long call diagonals, maybe just letting them ride, or maybe even buying some disaster puts. Wait do you see what my brother from another mother did today or recently as well, because it's going to put a smile on your face. But we predicted this. We said that the tech stocks are going to sell off on the news. Good time to get into them on this little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a not like the tech wreck that we saw about a month ago on that Friday, remember, with a little bit of a follow-through on the Monday. But these things are looking great. Amazon is interesting. I mean, how'd you like being the world's richest man for a couple hours and then going back to number 2 on the list? So Amazon was a miss, earnings miss, with some soft guidance. But I got to be honest with you, folks, they don't care. They lost money on spending a boatload of cash, man. They really don't care about making money. That hasn't been his business model for years. The guy's building spaceships to go to Mars and all over the place. He isn't focused on this. So this is it's a miss, and I'm not going to get into the massive number here, but just know that it was a lot of spending that did this. The guy spends money to make money, and I love Amazon. It's taken over the world. Look at a picture of Jeff Bezos 10 years ago versus today. It went from, hey, I sell books on the internet to I sell whatever the hell I want on the internet. He looks like the Rock or something like that. But check this out, folks. Jeffrey Gundlach, one of the only other financial professionals besides yours truly to nail both the election of Trump and a resulting market rally. So he and I are squadron mates in a very small squadron with that. This is like free money. So Jeffrey Gundlach, remember, he runs Double Line Capital, 95, almost $100 billion firm out there in L.A. He bought S&P puts at the VIX lows at 8, whatever it was yesterday. What did he do, folks? He went out, guess how many months? If you were in accelerated retirement yesterday, you guys might think that Jeffrey Gundlach is a member, folks. He went out 5 months. Does that sound familiar to our discussion yesterday in AR? Absolutely. I said, go out to October, guys. We are in uncharted territory. I rarely go out and buy puts. I said, go out and look at October puts on the S&P 500. No kidding. Please, if you're an AR member, or even if you're not, maybe I'll just post this as a SITREP. Watch it yesterday on 7/26. I said this, and then today, Jeffrey Gundlach, it comes out that he did that exactly yesterday. I had no clue he was doing that. I'm just going to say great minds think alike. The dovish Fed is still helping out the markets here. Janet's meeting this week admits inflation is weaker, and we're going to unwind the balance sheet relatively soon. I love that type of language. Relatively soon, it's like, okay, I'll text you back relatively soon. And then a week later, it's like, well, that was soon for me. That wasn't soon for me. So we'll see what this means. But a lot going on here, folks. Obviously, Washington's still in turmoil with Obamacare, with the Scaramucci, Mooch at the White House, broadsiding Rance Priebus. I just don't, and obviously the Attorney General's still under fire. I just don't know. It really is a White House under turmoil. But the market doesn't care, man. Remember, the market only cares when it cares. And it might wake up one day and say, this is bad. Aside from the world events, a U.S. Navy ship fired across the bow of an Iranian patrol boat. They got a little close. They fired off a bottle rocket. And they're saying the North Korea missile launch was maybe delayed by weather. We'll see. Missiles don't need eyes. Okay, so we'll see. But interesting week here, guys. With the VIX crash into 884, Jeffrey Gundlach loading up on it, as we kind of talked about. So, guys, it is, even with the spike in the VIX and it came back in, I would still look to get long vol because it's really cheap here. But I'm looking to maybe do a member webinar for just my members about the upcoming potential crash and how to hedge, because this is getting nuts. So I would, just like Jeffrey Gundlach did yesterday, and I recommended to my AR folks, and I'm recommending to all my members, October puts. October is historically the most volatile month in the market anyway, and I just think with a potential the debt ceiling debate and the Republican clown car, we might be in for trouble. Okay? So interesting days here, folks. We're having a blast here at TGO trading it. Like I said, this is a hold your nose rally, and remember, my strategic mindset changed from what? Remember, I officially changed it from cautiously bullish to what? Market neutral. I predicted the sell-off on the tech earnings, and we chopped sideways, and we're doing exactly that. Okay, so good times going on here at TGO. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you tomorrow for Friday's market wrap-up.